The term digital nomad is a relatively new one, but the idea has been around for decades. The definition of being a digital nomad is someone who works remotely and lives in another country. This means that you can work from anywhere with an internet connection and live wherever your heart desires. This guide will take you through everything you need to know about how to become a digital nomad in Gran Canaria. The first thing you'll need to do is to get a visa or residence permit for Spain. Contact the Spanish embassy and then get the appropriate visa for your country before arriving in Gran Canaria. You can't just show up without an invitation letter. What is a digital nomad? A digital nomad is someone who works remotely and lives in another country. This means that you can work from anywhere with an internet connection, such as your laptop or smartphone. You don't need to be a programmer. There are plenty of jobs for non-techies too, like social media managers, who do all the marketing on Facebook. Why be a digital nomad in Gran Canaria? You're probably wondering why you'd want to be a digital nomad in Gran Canaria. You should explore this option because it has so much to offer. You can work on the beach, hike in mountains, and explore a new culture. How do I become a digital nomad in Gran Canaria? Be sure you have your visa sorted before coming over here. It is not like going abroad for vacation where all they want from tourists are their euros or pounds. This time we need an invitation letter. It also helps if English isn't too difficult, as most people speak Spanish, but don't worry because there will be plenty of other digital nomads around who know more than enough about how things go down at home, or elsewhere. That'll help out with any questions. How to get to Gran Canaria and where to stay when you're there. Gran Canaria is a very popular tourist destination, but for you as a digital nomad there you will be able to find a lot of accommodation options that suit your needs and budget. The most popular places for digital nomads are Las Palmas, Maspalomas, a town on the south coast, Puerto Rico in Santa Cruz de Tenerife, or Playa del Ingles, which is close by. There you will be surrounded by other like-minded people who can offer advice about what's going down at home as well. The only downside might just come from being too far away. If there was an emergency back home, it could take some time before anyone would notice because we're so remote here. But don't worry, this place has been around since ancient times. You'll also have more opportunities than usual. Things to do when living in Gran Canaria as a digital nomad. Enjoy the sun, sand and sea on one of our many beaches. Playa del Ingles is a popular spot for digital nomads with its long sandy beach that's perfect to relax on during your free time, or even work from if you're feeling more adventurous. There are also plenty other options such as Maspalomas, South Coast, Puerto Rico in Santa Cruz de Tenerife, which has an amazing sunset view over Gran Canaria Island every evening. You can't go wrong really. Las Palmas offers some great nightlife too. Where to eat, drink, and shop in Gran Canaria. There are plenty of restaurants, bars and shops to choose from in Gran Canaria. If you're looking for a place with great food, then check out the local cuisine at one of our many fish markets such as Puerto de Mogan or La Laguna. For some more international flavors, head over Las Palmas where there's an abundance on offer: Italian pizzas, Spanish tapas, pintexos, etc. If it's drinks that tickle your fancy, try visiting any beach bar during happy hour, which is usually between 1700 to 1900, when cocktails can be enjoyed all night long. There really isn't much better than enjoying sunset views whilst downing delicious mojitos. Shopping in Gran Canaria is a must. The capital city of Las Palmas has plenty to offer from designer brands such as Gucci and Louis Vuitton, or if you're looking for something more affordable, then head over the El Corte Inglés department store, which is open until 2200 every night. Know the best places to work remotely in Gran Canaria: coffee shops, libraries, co-working spaces. The best places to work remotely in Gran Canaria are coffee shops, libraries, and co-working spaces. Coffee shops: if you're looking for a place with free Wi-Fi, then head over the Starbucks or Costa Coffee, which offers great views of Las Palmas from their terraces while enjoying your latte. Libraries: the library is open until 10 p.m. every day, so it's perfect if working late at night suits better than early mornings. Co-working spaces: there really isn't much more satisfying than getting some fresh air whilst still being able to get things done by visiting one of these co-working space locations such as Hub La Laguna, open 24 hours, where there will be plenty of other digital nomads like yourself. Figure out how much you need for living expenses and healthcare costs per month. Figure out how much you need for living expenses and healthcare costs per month. This is the most difficult part of becoming a digital nomad, but it's also one that can be calculated with some research into average prices in your desired locations. You'll want to take things like rent, mortgage payments, if applicable, food cost averages from supermarkets or grocery stores near where we'll live, as well other monthly bills such as electricity rates when figuring this number, so make sure not only do these numbers match up on paper before deciding if they're feasible. It may seem daunting now, especially because many people don't know what their future plans are yet, but once everything starts coming together, then soon enough being able to work remotely won't be an issue at all. Rent an apartment or house with good internet access and reliable electricity service. Buy a laptop with good battery life and internet access, or use your phone. This is the most important thing, as you'll need it to work remotely. If possible, get one that has an external monitor, so if there's no power or Wi-Fi available, then at least have something on which can be used for working from home. It may seem like overkill now, but will save time in the future when dealing with electricity outages, etc. Just make sure not only do these numbers match up before deciding whether they're feasible, because being able to work while traveling means never having any downtime again. How to get around without renting or buying a car. The best way to get around is by walking, but if you're not up for that, then there are plenty of other options. You can always take a bus or taxi. The buses in Gran Canaria work on an honor system, so just pay when getting off and make sure they don't overcharge. Taxis will be more expensive than public transport though, as it's much quicker, although this may depend on where exactly your destination. You'll need some form ID with a photo such as passport, driving license, etc., which proves who owns what property back home, because without one, landlord won't rent out their apartments while traveling abroad. The pros and cons of living abroad as a digital nomad in Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria wouldn't often be the first place you would name when thinking about locations to be a digital nomad, but it's a great place to live and work. The island is the perfect size for exploring, with plenty of mountains inland as well beaches on its coastlines. It has an excellent climate all year round, which means you can enjoy outdoor activities in summer or ski down snowy slopes during winter. The cost of living here isn't too bad either, so if your budget allows, then this could be one destination worth considering when looking at where best suited would suit digital nomads who are thinking about moving abroad. Conclusion about living in Gran Canaria as a digital nomad. So as you can see, life in Gran Canaria as a digital nomad is pretty good. It's a great place to live and work. The cost of living is reasonable, especially if you're on an average budget, so it could be worth considering as one destination when looking at where best suited would suit digital nomads who are thinking about moving abroad.